Now let's meet Mr. Elliot Webb. He is a 30-year-old veteran that served in the United States Army. Let's hear a little bit about what he has to say about his current situation. How long have you been out of the service?
I've been out of the service ever since 2012. I've been going to school online. Right now I'm with Capella University online. And I've been doing a work study with the VA, and that's pretty much been keeping me afloat, providing income for me and stuff like that.
How was your time in the service?
My time in the service was enjoyable. It was fun. I got to travel a lot. I met a lot of people, networked with a lot of people, had a lot of open door opportunities available to me. So serving in the military kind of made a good career choice for me, and I've been successful upon leaving the military as well.
Okay, that sounds great. That's very positive. Were there any negative effects you found that you've taken away since your return?
Well, since my return dealing with combat, I really now I was better before I actually went in service, because I was like this person that everybody got along with. I was more friendly. I was more cool, calm, and collective. Now I'm pretty much like on edge. I don't sleep much. I'm suffering with PTSD, and I'm still trying to fight the VA about my claim with dealing with PTSD. And I also have had my times where I had to deal with homelessness as a veteran as well.
Tell me a little bit more about that.
Okay, dealing with homelessness, I was housed after coming from the military, and then I moved to Florida from Alabama because I was taking care of my great-grandmother. She passed away, so I came to Florida to get into school because it's hometown for me. I love home, so I came back home to Florida to like progress and be successful in Florida, to show like everybody in Florida that, hey, I can do it. I can become successful. I can graduate school, which I did. I got my associates for medical billing and coding, and just started progressing on. So that was my main reason for coming back home here to Florida. Since that time, I still had to deal with certain issues. Like I was sleeping out my car at first when I first got here, but I was still going to school, doing everything that I needed to do, until I got in contact with another veteran, a Vietnam veteran, and he seen my potential, and he was just trying to push me towards that way of success from the VOR program. Veterans Organization of Resources and Recovery over in Eustis, Florida.
Do you feel that you've gotten much help from the military since your discharge, your situation now?
Some help, but not as much as needed, because I think the VA has their own issues going on right now and dealing with different things, but I think it could be a lot better in some sense. As far as, like me, I was denied simply because a doctor didn't say, okay, you're clinically diagnosed, but I'm receiving medication, I'm talking to the psychiatrist, psychologist, I'm being treated for it, but yet and still I'm not clinically diagnosed. And so that creates a problem for me when it comes to dealing with the military upon leaving the military.
How does that make you feel being an ex-veteran?
It makes me feel kind of terrible in a way, because it's like, okay, you serve your country, get back home, and you need help, you're seeking help for certain things that you've experienced, and you're still left out in the blue. It's like nobody's listening to your voice or anything that you're doing.
Are you doing this alone?
I'm inviting the VA pretty much alone. I have a sponsor that's pushing the issue for me as far as trying to get me my claim and everything, but I'm still battling them pretty much single-handedly.
And you are you're a young man.
Yeah.
And do you have a family?
I have a family. I have a mom. She lives in Alabama. My father passed away. I have like cousins, uncles, nieces, and stuff like that. And I have a girlfriend, pretty much, and 3 stepkids. So that's pretty much my everyday life.
So by you telling your story here today, You feel that there are similar vets out there possibly
Oh,
going through the
plenty.
same thing?
Plenty. There's plenty of vets going through the same thing and worse. Just like the other day, like I serve vets every day. I go out, I go out and I collect donations for vets, for homeless vets as well, so they can get into housing and combat this homelessness thing that's going on. Because me myself, I'm suffering from it. I feel like every vet has their own situation, their own story, but the way things are going now, I see a lot of young vets, and there's plenty about to come back, and something needs to happen because I wouldn't want them to have to deal with the same situation that I'm dealing with right now.
Well, you're doing a great job, and your story will help others. What is your next step from here?
My next step is continuing my venture of wanting to be able to run my own business. I've already been to EBV, which is an entrepreneur boot camp at LSU, for opening my own veteran-owned business. My plans are to open a Iraqi museum for veterans like myself who served in Iraqi freedom, and also making an airsoft arena. And the airsoft arena is pretty much will be for military and law enforcement to utilize, because right now there's a bunch of casualties and training incidents, and with the airsoft guns and the airsoft arena, that could bring that number down. So that's what I plan to do. And also for entertainment purposes too, just like the civilian population, they could come, they can enjoy the venue and be like, hey, this guy did something, he's looking out for vets, and my business will be a veteran-owned business, so I will support other vets as well.
Excellent, very good. Well, just by you being here today and giving us your story is another step ahead in the right direction. So thanks again, Elliot, for that. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You heard this gentleman's story. It's all too common. He fought for us. Why not fight for him? Please help me with this campaign and donate to Mr. Elliot Webb, as well as other vets right now that are going through the same thing.